these days, while I was taking a shower, an idea came to my mind. Hey, do people play Brookhaven in Japan? I searched on Google and on Roblox, but I couldn't find any answers. That's why in today's video, I'm going to create Japanhaven, which is the Japanese version of Brookhaven. Before I start creating our map, I need to show you something essential. If you come here to the inventory icon and click on this paint bucket, several styles will appear that we can use for our Brookhaven. One of these styles is the Japanese style. As you can see, with this style, Brookhaven becomes entirely Japanese. Even some new decorations appear here. Although this style is cool, I think we can still improve our Japanese Brookhaven. To change our Brookhaven map, I'll have to come here to the search tab and search for Japan. As you can see, a lot of cool items have appeared for us to use in our Brookhaven. The first thing I'm going to do is delete all these structures here in the middle. And to do this, it won't be easy because, for example, if I select this entire part here and delete it, I'll delete several parts one didn't want, like those streets or that bridge over there. So, I'll start by deleting the police station, which is the easiest to delete now. Even so, I have to be careful because, as you can see, as soon as I select this door, the others are getting selected there too. This means that if I delete this one, the others will be deleted too. So, I have to delete everything individually to avoid ruining our map. Now we select as many things as possible from the lobby and delete them all at once. I'll also delete these streetlights and all these other things left here. I'll delete all the subways from Brookhaven. This pool here is also going away. Even the water won't stay in our pool. Now we select as much as possible from this building here and delete it. I think I deleted a bit more than just the building. Now that we've managed to clean up this place nicely, I need a chunk of ground to replace this empty space in Brookhaven. For that, I'll come out of the city and duplicate this ground here. Now, I just need to fit this patch of grass here in the center of our Brookhaven. I'll shrink its size like this. And now, it's just a matter of fixing the parts that need fixing. And there, now the center of Brookhaven is completely empty. To fill this area, I'll place a traditional Japanese mansion. I'll put it right here in the middle. Okay, it's starting to get interesting now. We can use this garden of sakura trees to decorate our lobby. Let's come up here and adjust this thing. Now I'll rotate it like this, because this way, the entrance aligns perfectly with the door of our mansion. And I'll have to shrink this a bit because it's too big. Okay, a few more adjustments here. And now, just shrink this piece of ground here. I'll put some of these Japanese temple statues in our lobby, and I'll spread them perfectly all over this region like this. Now we select all these statues here, duplicate them, and move them to the side. And to illuminate this entire area, I'm going to use these Japanese-style lamps I found here in the Roblox studio. I'll also place another one on the other side. Okay, our lobby looks quite nice, but I'm going to work on some other things first before finishing it, alright? The first thing I'm going to do is take this item, which is basically that bunch of Japanese gates. I'll rotate them like this and fit them right here on the Brookhaven slope, because I want to simulate it as if it were the ascent to a temple. Now, we straighten it and try to make it look as much like a temple ascent as possible. Perfect! It looks very good this way. Now, I'll duplicate these gates and place them on the other slope. I'll lower them into the ground like this, and now I'll just fit them here in this spot. Following this same idea here, I'll put this gate to replace the white arch in Brookhaven. Because of that, we have to make this much larger. Now, we duplicate this and have to place it on the other side of our Brookhaven. There we go! I think it looks perfect this way. I'll delete this restaurant from Brookhaven, the apartments as well, and I'll put these typical Japanese apartments that we see in many animes. I'll fit these apartments exactly right here in this spot like this. I'll duplicate and place another one of these apartments right over there on that wall, because it's very common to have several small buildings like these side by side. I'll also duplicate these parking spaces and place them in front of the building as if there were originally parking spaces here. I think this amount of parking spaces will be just fine. And to use these parking spaces, we need to put some Japanese cars. According to Roblox Studio, the first Japanese car is this white one here, and it really looks like one of those Japanese brand cars. I'll take this car and park it on the street. I'll put the same car, but this time in red, right here in this spot. Now, I'll spread a few more Japanese cars that I found here in the Roblox Studio, like this one, which is super realistic, and this other car here that seems to be very old. And of course, we can't forget a police car. And this time, a Japanese police car, and look at this car. It's really cool, bro. To make it look like our Brookhaven is full of cars, I'll duplicate all these cars here and scatter them on the other streets. And yes, this is quite common in Roblox games. They simply take the same item and duplicate it several times. Now we just need to change the order of the cars to make it look like these streets are really different. Oh, and I found the perfect thing to put in place of that old restaurant. It's nothing more than a ramen stall. I'll place it and slightly increase its size because I don't want it to be too exaggerated. Fit it into the ground like this. And now I'll duplicate this ramen restaurant because I'm going to make it like a fair here in our Brookhaven. I'll place a Japanese flag here just to make this area a little different, you see? I'll also add some of these girls to the festival. Okay, you can see that the stalls have turned out much larger than they should be. I'll adjust their sizes a bit to make them different sizes and look more natural. I think this way is better. And guys, I just realized now that the town hall was deleted. It must have been when I was deleting that middle part. To replace it, I'll put this Japanese building here. I honestly can't tell what it is, but it looks very nice. In place of the Brookhaven arcade sign, I'll put a Japanese sign. And I dare say that this sign looks a lot like an arcade sign. I'll place another Japanese flag here because I think it will look very nice. Let's just increase its size a bit. I'll start by adding one more of these gates at the entrance to our festival and use this tatami mat to differentiate the ground of our festival. And yes, I know it doesn't make any sense, but at least it will look much better than this gray ground. Give it a turn like this and fit it in better here. Now, it's just a matter of duplicating and finishing our festival this way. I can also add some small plants here on the side. I think it will look very nice in this place. A few more little pots scattered here. Look how cool! I found these Japanese lanterns, and I don't think there will be any problem if I hang them on our gate, right? Let's just fit them like this, and rotate them to face forward like this. I'll also put some more of these different lanterns that I found. Now I'll delete the Brookhaven church because I'm not sure if there are churches in Japan. And in place of the church, I'll put this Japanese temple. And bro, haha, this is much bigger than I expected. Hold on, let me try to place it again. Alright, bro, it really is too big. Okay, new plan. I'll have to put this temple right up here. Let's rotate it like this. Fit it into the ground. And look, our temple looks really nice. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you watch Naruto. Speaking of Naruto, I think it's a good time for us to add some anime items here in our Japanese Brookhaven. And the first item I want to add is the Kurama from Naruto. But, whoa, look how cool, bro. Okay, I'll make it much larger because Kurama is really gigantic. Now, let's rotate it like this. And I'll place it right here because I think it looks great here. Oh, maybe I need to adjust it to look like this. See? Okay, this looks really cool. In fact, I'll put a Naruto morph here in the lobby so we can transform into Naruto whenever we want. I'll put this building, which is quite common in Naruto's Leaf Village. I'll fit it in here like this, in this shop, and I'll make a duplicate, but a bit higher to make them different sizes. On this mountain, I'll put Sasuke Susanoo, but obviously, we'll have to make it much bigger. And look, it's not just Susanoo. It's a noob Naruto fighting a noob Sasuke. This is really cool. And of course, I have to put Shenlong in Brookhaven, but since he's a super powerful dragon, like a genie, I'll have to make him much larger. Let's rotate him like this. And I think I'll place him around these buildings as if he's climbing on them. This looks really good. Bro, I'll put the Dragon Ball buildings here, which look more like tennis balls in a jar. And man, this really looks quite ugly. I think I'll just put two in different sizes. It's already enough. And here in our lobby temple, I'm going to put Goku right here. But Goku doesn't look very good because he looks more like Vegeta with that bald head. I'll put these Dragon Ball buildings here to make our scene look better and increase their size a bit like this. I think it looks pretty decent this way. Oh, and of course, we can't forget to put the Hokage's office, which is this huge office here. I'll put it like this. Alright. Unfortunately, I'll have to reduce its size a bit because it's too large. And look, this office actually looks really nice in this spot. And man, I found the perfect thing to put on this mountain, which is the faces of the Hokages. But they look a bit strange, don't they? Okay, I'll just reduce their size a bit because they're too big. Now I need to find a way to fit all of them on this Brookhaven mountain. Okay, this was the best way I could find to place the Hokages on our mountain. Now, for One Piece, I'm going to put the sky here because I think the One Piece sky is much better than the Brookhaven sky. I'll put the Straw Hat ship on top of the mall, even though it doesn't make much sense, but we don't have any kind of beach nearby. I'll increase its size a bit because it has to be a huge ship. Perfect! It looks great in this spot. Here in the temple, I'll put Chopper challenging Goku to a fight. So, who do you think would win? Goku or the buffed up Chopper? Comment below to let me know. I'll put Zoro up on this building and a giant One Piece fruit on top of this hospital, but like a sign. I'll put some of these windmills around here, and let's put a Blox Fruits fruit seller at our festival. Let's make a few more changes, and it's time to enter the map and see if all the changes are working as they should. Oh, and remember, if you want to play Roblox with me, just follow this profile on the screen. And guys, I'm already in our lobby, and you can see that I added added a few more things, like these 2 JoJo stands. I also added a curvy Jotaro, which is exactly this pink creature here. I found it very cute, and it's from a Japanese game, so it fits the theme here. Coming to this side, you can see that we have a Naruto more, and does it work? Oh, Naruto? Haha, okay. Dude, wow, I'm really turning into Naruto. I got a bit mixed up here, but that's okay. I'll use this skin. Okay, coming to this side of Brookhaven, you can see that I placed some cars here. Basically, they are Japanese drift cars. Oh my god, what is this? Man, ha ha ha. This car seems extremely fast, right, bro? My god, wow. Hey, car, please come back here. Bro, the car is literally running away from me. Dude, oh yeah, I caught up to it. Haha. Well, one of the first differences here is basically this plane, which is Japan Airlines. Right, dude? It's basically the plane to get to Japan. It's cool that now my car has decided that it simply won't move anymore. Also, look at how the wheels are. Well, one of the places we created here is basically this festival. And as you can see, I placed some vending machines here because it's quite common in Japan, and there are many vending machines for practically anything there, right? You can see that people here are a bit excited because there are these 2 NPCs jumping from one side to the other non-stop. Haha, what's up with that? Can I jump here too? Look at this. Haha. Okay, leaving our festival and going to the right side, you can see that something creepy is happening here. And guys, as you can see, the Japanese police have cornered this girl who has a knife in her hand, probably covered in ketchup, right? And dude, who is this girl? I feel like I've seen her somewhere. Okay, now we're going to come to this side of the map where we placed all those Japanese temple parts, alright? And oh, haha, my car can't go up the hill. Alright, so we'll have to go on foot because the cars in our Brookhaven are not very good. Climbing up here, you can see that I basically placed a traditional Japanese house right in this spot because I felt like we needed some houses, you know? Basically, this is literally an empty house. It has some beds around, but at least in front of the house here, we have our Kurama, which looks incredible, bro. And if I'm not mistaken, there's Naruto up here, right? Yeah! Haha, there should be Naruto up here, but he just disappeared. Let's go up here then. And bro, look at how beautiful this is. It really looks like a Japanese temple. Alright, here it looks more like a square with lots of sakura trees, regular trees, and such, but I want to enter this place and see what's inside. Look, it seems that this place is quite large. There are massive staircases here. Let's go up here. Alright, and as you can see, this place is simply a Japanese temple. Unfortunately, there is no furniture or anything inside, but this place is quite cool, so I think it's worth it. Oh, I found Naruto, who was supposed to be on top of Kurama. For some reason, he's sitting at the bus stop. I guess he wants to leave our Brookhaven. I'm going to create United States Brookhaven. I'll modify various locations, add new American structures, and many other amazing things that only we Americans know about. Okay, we're already here inside Roblox Studio. To start our modifications, I'm going to come here to the search tab and search for the Statue of Liberty, because there's nothing more American than our good old Statue of Liberty. And of course, the ideal place for our statue is right here. We drag it over here, and now we just need to resize it to the size of the original statue. Alright, with the size adjusted, we can give it a little twist like this. And now we just need to fit it into this mountain, and it will look just like this. And since we're talking about statues, I'm going to come here to our lobby and remove this fountain here, because in its place, I'm going to put the Roblox Statue of Liberty. And bro, haha, this thing is huge. Okay, let's shrink the size of the statue, dry up the water in the lobby, and now we just fit our statue exactly in this spot. Normally, I would delete these lights on the ground here, but I think they go well with our statue. Okay, now a super important thing. I'm going to select all these green and ugly blocks here because I need to make our lobby as American in color as possible. And I think in this case, the perfect color will be blue. Oops, haha, missed one block here. Okay, now I'm going to select the white blocks that were missing around our lobby, and I'm going to paint these blocks red, which are exactly the colors of our American flag. And to make our Statue of Liberty more patriotic, I'll put a flag on it. Also, I think I can put this flag just like it's carrying the flag on its back. Well, another super famous thing in the United States is our powerful American Army. So, in this street, I'm going to add various different things related to the American military. I'm going to place several American soldiers on this street because I want to create a completely American army. Okay, for now, this is not an army, but if I select all these soldiers here and duplicate them, I can have a really massive army. Look at how many soldiers I'm creating here. I think this will be the largest army in Brookhaven. Alright, now that we have plenty of soldiers, I'm going to add some more vehicles. For example, this American tank here. I'll rotate it like this. And now, I'll just duplicate it and put another one here. But since I really like tanks, I'm going to duplicate these tanks here and add more tanks behind. In the front, I'm going to put the commander, which will be this little sphere here with sunglasses. I'll rotate him like this, and I think he needs to be a little bigger. Actually, I think I need to put the general back there like this. Yes, definitely. It looks much better this way. Okay, I'm also going to place some sentinels here, and it says here on top that they work in the game. So, we'll have to enter the game to find out if it really works. Look, I found another type of soldier here, and I think he'll look really cool in front of our original soldiers. But I'll put fewer of these soldiers as if they were elite soldiers. Okay, I think this quantity is good enough. Of course, we also need an American spy plane. That's why I'm going to place it up in the air like this. I'm going to put an American military truck here at the hospital. Place several of them here parked nicely. And now, I'm going to put a commander in the front. To complete this strong American army, I'm going to place some attack helicopters here. And look, they're really cool. So, I'll place several of these helicopters scattered around here because we need a super strong army. Okay, now that our army is ready, I'm going to make Brookhaven look more like an American city. I'll start by placing none other than the Empire State Building, which is a super famous building here in the United States. And it's huge, so I need to increase its size quite a bit. I think I still need to make it a bit bigger. Yes, this way it looks good. Here, where the Brookhaven shops are, I'll put some American-style apartments. And since they'll only be on top, it's easy to place them, just like this. I'll duplicate this building here and place it in all these shops. And to grab the market here, I'll duplicate it and put it like this. It already looks quite different from our main street in Brookhaven. I'll also put this other building that I found. I'll make it much larger like this. And this time, I'm going to fit it on top of these shops here. Now I can duplicate this building and place several of them like this, but altering the size to make them look like different buildings. I'll duplicate it one more time here. And now we just need to make it a bit smaller like this. Our Brookhaven is starting to look quite different now. To add more buildings, I'm going to delete the Brookhaven Mall. I just need to select as many items as possible and delete them little by little. Now that the shopping mall has been deleted, we can place some buildings here, and we'll use the same strategy. Let's duplicate it like this and increase the size of the building like this. Now I'll delete the Brookhaven restaurant and place an airplane hangar right in front of our airport. This is the airplane entrance, so we'll have to leave it like this. And now we just delete our airport like this. I'll simply delete the Brookhaven City Hall. And now I'll put this not so suspicious pizzeria here in this spot. Okay, now I'm going to turn the Brookhaven police station into a more American-style police station. Let's start by putting one of these flags in front of the door. Increase its size a bit like this. And now just place a flag on each side of the door. I'll put one more flag, but this time of this type here. And, bro, what a giant flag! I'll shrink the size of the flag, and now we just put this flag here like this. In front of the police station, I'll place this American policeman who wears those American uniform patterns. Rotate him like this. Now just duplicate and put another one on this side here. And, of course, our policemen need a patrol car. So I'll put this one here that claims to be an American patrol car. Duplicate it and place another one here like this. Speaking of cars, I'll put some random cars that are usually found in the United States, like this one here. Honestly, I don't remember the name, but it's quite nice. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think this car here might not be exactly American, but haha, I found it amusing, so I'll leave it here in Brookhaven. I'll also add this cool black car that I found, and this strange military vehicle, which I honestly don't even know if it will work. And folks, talking about the United States of America, we can't forget about the eagle, which is a very patriotic symbol. So, I'll increase the size of this head here, and I'll place it on top of this building. Dude, I had an idea. I'm going to take this eagle head right here, and now I'm going to do a somewhat unexpected fusion. This one is definitely the most American statue you've ever seen. And since we need more eagles to make this place even more American, I'm going to put this other different eagle, but this time this eagle will be gigantic, and it will be exactly in this spot here. Although looking from a distance, this eagle seems more like a sea turtle, but oh well. Okay, after making so many modifications, there's still one more super important thing missing, and that's basically the White House. Of course, when talking about the United States, we can't forget about this monument. So, I'll increase the size a bit like this, and I'll place the White House exactly here, taking up all this land for it. And look, it fits very well in this spot here. And right here at the end of the city, I'm going to place nothing less than a portal to Ohio, which, for those of you who don't know, is a rather peculiar place here in the United States. Many strange things happen there, so things like these that I'm placing are quite normal there. I'll also put Ohio Final Boss here, who is nothing more than a super famous content creator. And now, after all these modifications, we're going to enter Roblox and see if everything is working as it should. But before we continue, please like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Roblox. And folks, as you can see, I'm already here inside America Haven, but bro, there's something very strange here. Haha, Ohio Final boss is chasing after me, and I'm not exactly sure why. But look, if I run here, he simply follows me. He's like a mascot or something, I don't know, but he's quite weird. And guys, the first thing I wanted to test on our map is precisely the cars, because they are usually a bit glitchy. So let's test to see if it's working. Look, haha, this one drifts. It's so cool. Can I run over our army? Let me try. Hold on. Well, no, I can't run them over. And look, it's crazy. Our sentinels are shooting at our own soldiers, but they seem to be very resistant. Look, they're getting shot in the face, and nothing is happening. And guys, here at the police station, we have these cars to test. So we're going to get in here, and alright, they seem to be working. And, haha, bro, what's going on? Ohio boss, get away from me. Dude, he's not even letting me drive the car. Bro, get out of my way. I just want to drive. Bro, he's literally not letting me even move, man. Okay, since I can't drive a car because of this guy, I'll have to get an airplane here. Bro, it worked. Haha, I'm actually there. But man, now I turned into the airplane, but I can't do anything with it. It's just standing still. Bro, haha, look at how bizarre this is. I can walk with my avatar there, but I'm actually inside the plane. Haha, bro, this is so weird. Oops, I flew. Bro, this guy is annoying. Let go. And look at this cool building here. Guys, it looks really nice, and I'm hoping it's awesome on the inside too. Basically, the door is kind of sunk into the floor, right? But it's okay. I can still enter. And, haha, there's a subway in here, guys. And as you can see, it's not completely empty. There's a campfire there, and there are some rooms over here too, with plates on the wall. There are plates on the wall, haha, but I don't know why. But as you can see, this White House is really huge. There are various rooms, many bedrooms, lots of corridors, and yes, this here. Whoa, wait a minute. This place is cool, bro. Well, another thing I want to test here in our Brookhaven is basically if I can drive these helicopters here. Because, as you can see, these helicopters come with this sign, you know? Can I regenerate the helicopter? How does that work? Oops, I passed over the button several times, but nothing happened. Okay, what if I try to touch the helicopter? Can I get on it? Oh, okay, what happened? Something's wrong here. Basically, whoa, that's cool. I can control the weapon, bro. Okay, but I wanted to fly the helicopter. Is that possible? Apparently, unfortunately, we can't fly the helicopter, but I got a different cursor. Haha, look how weird this is. That Brookhaven is the most famous game on Roblox. You already know that. But what you don't know is that this game was inspired by a real city in the United States that is also called Brookhaven. And having this information, I thought, what would it be like if Brookhaven had used a Brazilian city as a reference to create the game? Well, that's what you'll find out in this video. But first, if you like Brookhaven, like and subscribe in less than 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go! And guys, if we search on Google Maps for Brookhaven, the city that inspired one of the best Roblox games will appear. Well, if you know Brookhaven, you probably know that this town is very small. Here there are few restaurants, few houses, and few inhabitants. This makes one think that Brookhaven is a small town isolated from the rest of the world. As you can see, real-life Brookhaven is not that different from the game. This city also appears to be small and with few inhabitants. And look, I even found the same golf cart that exists in Brookhaven.
But Andy, what does all this have to do with the Brazilian Brookhaven?
It has everything to do with it. Why? If the Brookhaven we know is based on a real American city, so the Brazilian Brookhaven has to be based on a real Brazilian city too.
Hey, that actually makes sense.
And one of the most famous cities in Brazil is Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is this gigantic city, which has one of the most famous sculptures in the world, Christ the Redeemer. So I think it's a good idea to start by placing this statue here in Brookhaven so that the city can start to feel more Brazilian. I'm going to put the statue on top of this mountain, only in a less crooked way, you know? Alright, I think this way is fine. We can also search here in the studio for Brazil and see which Roblox items have to do with this theme. Okay, a cool thing that we can put is this flag of Brazil, which will be right on top of the Brookhaven fountain. I just need to adjust the flag so that it is exactly in the middle of the fountain. Now I'm going to modify the colors of the lobby. Let's paint these blocks in green color. These blocks are in yellow color. And I'm going to paint Brookhaven's fountain blue. And look, the Brazilian flag and the lobby are the same colors. That was awesome! I'm also going to put some Brazilian cars here, starting with this van. These vans are very common on some tours in Brazil, so I'm going to put several of these vans around Brookhaven. Another super popular car in Brazil is the Beetle. I know this car is not originally from Brazil, but it is super common to find such a car in Brazil. Wow! look what I found. Is that a police car, Beetle? It's definitely not something you see every day. In addition to the different vehicles, I will also include a standard vehicle from Brazil, which is this car here. And another thing that is very common in Brazil is the favelas, which are a bunch of houses that are on top of hills. And the perfect place to create favelas is this one. I'm going to start using this old house. Let's fit this house correctly here. Now I'm also going to put up this type of favela building so that there will be room for even more inhabitants here. Look what I found. A house with a roof for sunbathing, with giant speakers. That's what a cool house is. I found another one of those gigantic houses, so let's put it here in our favela. We just need to adjust the house here. But boy, what's the front side of this house? I'm going to put another little red house here in this corner because it's the only house that fits in this place. I'm going to put some super old power poles around here, because generally in favelas the buildings and structures are extremely old and don't get repaired very often. Let's put more houses on these streets so that really all the houses are super crowded. And to top it off, I'm going to put another one of those favela buildings in this empty space. And guys, now this place really looks like a favela in Brazil, but we still need to put some decorations here to make this place more realistic. I'm going to put in some old rusty bicycles to make this place look like it's kind of abandoned. I'll put another bike here. Wait, what happened to the bike? Okay, now I found another bike and I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put some more old beetles here in the favela, just like this one. Okay, if you think this beetle is old, check out this one. He's practically reeking of tetanus from so much rust. I'm going to put this car here too. I don't know if this car exists in Brazil, but I thought it was really cool. Now I'm going to put some things on the floor of this street, starting with cracks in the asphalt, which is a super common thing on the streets of Brazilian cities. Another common thing is rubbish scattered everywhere, and this is very sad, but true. Bro, there is no denying that Brookhaven is very similar to Rio de Janeiro. As the gatekeeper of the favela, I'm going to put some bandits fully armed. I don't know why, but these thugs remind me of some very famous YouTuber I know. Okay, now that the favela is ready, we can modify the Brookhaven police and hospital so that they look more like Brazilian constructions. Starting with the hospital, I'm going to put some Brazilian ambulances, which are known as SAMU. I'm going to put this other yellow ambulance too, so we have color variations of ambulances. Now we are going to duplicate these ambulances to have enough ambulances to help the entire population of Brookhaven. I'm also going to modify the colors of the hospital a little bit to make it clearer that this is a Brazilian hospital. To modify the police, we will have to open space to put this Brazilian police station in place of the Brookhaven police station. And while I'm tearing this construction apart, like this video and subscribe to the channel because this video is giving a lot of work. Now that the precinct is gone, I need to fix the Brookhaven floor like this. Now we just put the Brazilian police station in this place and make the precinct stop floating, because even though Brazil is weird, it's not as weird as Ohio. Alright, now let's put some more Brazilian police vehicles in these spaces. And we will also put some police officers ready to answer any necessary calls. Another thing that is very present in Brazil is nature. I'm going to start by putting this mountain here. And yes, I know that in Brazil it doesn't snow, but this mountain is too cool for us to just not use it. Let's put this mountain as far away as possible so that it only serves as a decoration for our city. I'm also going to put this other mountain that is only grass, and it's going to be on the opposite side of the first mountain. And now we are going to duplicate this mountain and make Brookhaven even more like Rio de Janeiro. And speaking of Brazil, we cannot forget the beautiful Brazilian beaches that are super famous all over the world. And to modify this beach, I'm going to start by deleting this yacht here, since it will be useless for us at this moment. I will also change the color of the water on the beach to make our sea even more beautiful and with crystal clear water. Let's also put a sand texture on these Brookhaven sands, because honestly, Brookhaven sand looks like plastic. We are going to literally paint all the sand on Brookhaven beach with the new texture to make this place even more beautiful. I will also put some typical beach items such as beach chairs for couples, umbrellas, beach toys, and people wearing bathing suits to represent Brazilians. One thing that every Brazilian loves is football, so let's use this conveniently empty lot to create a super cool and gigantic football field. Let's also put a soccer ball with the colors green and yellow here, and I'm going to put some noobs with t-shirts from Brazil to be the soccer players. I think that amount is more than enough, don't you think? Alright, now let's check all the changes we made here in Brookhaven. Is everything working as it should? Basically, we are here in Brazil now, and bizarre things can happen at any time, like this mysterious gas cloud, which I don't remember putting here in Brookhaven. On this side, I put this big portal of Brazil. The legends say that if you go to Brazil, there's no way you can go back home. And I believe that because I just can't reach the portal to leave Brazil anymore. At least our soccer field with Brazilian noobs is working perfectly. They even kicked the ball I left there in the middle. So I guess these noobs really like soccer. One thing I'm very curious to test is Brazilian cars, and I'm going to start by testing this giant van. I've never driven a van before, but it's a lot harder than it looks. I don't think I have the skill or knowledge to drive such a vehicle, so we better try another car. Wait! What is this? Is the car running on its own? How bizarre! It's time to test this vehicle. Okay, something strange is going on here. Phew, what a scare. For a moment, I thought this car would not work. I'm sure you didn't expect to see a police beetle in Brookhaven, right? Okay, now I'm going to use this normal police car to go to the Brookhaven favela. We're getting here. Wait! This car can't go up a strange one like that. As the vehicle is very bad, I will have to use a better and stronger car to reach the favela. And the chosen car was this ambulance. But wait, what happened to the red ambulances? Were they destroyed? Apparently, we didn't have many options left other than using the yellow van anyway. Are you kidding me? The van got stuck on the asphalt? I finally managed to get rid of that problem. Now it's just speeding up as fast as possible to get up that road. I swear I'll never understand how these cars drive themselves. But luckily now we can see how is the slum we created for Brookhaven. Right at the entrance there are these two bad doormen to protect the favela. But for some reason, they have no face and they threw their weapons on the ground. As you can see, some houses in the favela are destroyed. Something seems to have attacked this house, causing it to lose its entire roof. And guys, really? This place is practically the same as Rio de Janeiro, don't you think? If it weren't for that completely buggy mountain, this place would look like real life. I'm curious about this completely destroyed beetle. Does it still work? Wow, it works and seems to be faster than the other cars we've driven so far. Okay, maybe I said it too soon. Coming here to the beach, honestly, there's not much to show you. This is a normal beach with lots of normal people and normal beach things. So I'm not going to give much prominence to this place, although it has become similar to Brazilian beaches. And guys, unfortunately, this video is over. But don't worry because there's another super cool video on the screen for you to watch. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you like Roblox. Many thanks to everyone who watched the video until the end. Until next time, bye!